Hey everyone, this is Dylan, and today I'm going to be doing the June 2019 DVD and Blu-ray update video for you guys. So this month, I got a decent amount of stuff. At the very beginning of the month, there was the Dollar Tree DVD and Blu-ray sale. It comes about every 3 months, sometimes a little bit more frequently if we're lucky. But I want to start off with, I realized when I was uploading the April and May DVD and Blu-ray update videos that I had said that I was going to do a part 2 to the March videos, and I ended up not doing it, and I was like, why didn't I do that? And then I realized that it was because I only got 3 movies that month, and I don't think I've shown these off yet. So we're starting with DVDs. So this one was actually from March, but this is the complete 3rd season of Kyle XY, and so this was the actual final season. And I'd been trying to get this series for a while, but the first and second the second and third seasons were fairly expensive for some unknown reason. Probably because they're out of print or whatever. But I was able to find this pretty cheap, and I actually ended up getting a little bit of a refund back on this. I bought it off of eBay, and the person who sold it to me had said it was in a certain condition, and when I received it, it was not in that condition. But I ended up keeping it anyway, and I finished the series, so I was pretty happy with that. Now on to some of the things that I picked up for the actual month of June in the DVDs. So a lot of these are from the Dollar Tree sale. So this one's from the Dollar Tree sale. This is called The Seat Filler. And I was actually kind of interested in this because I know that a lot of award shows and stuff, they have seat fillers. So people will come, like when somebody goes up on stage to accept an award or goes to the bathroom or something, they have people come in and sit so that the audience looks full, and I think that's super interesting that you could do this and sit next to celebrities or whatever. So this is like I guess probably like a romantic comedy or whatever about somebody who is a seat filler and sits next to a celebrity and falls in love. Then we have this, which I debated on whether I was going to get this or not, but I mean, for $1, I'm trying to get into a little bit more into like anime and stuff like that. This is a more like children's anime, I guess, but this is Bakugan Battle Brawlers, and this is Volume 4. They didn't have any of the other ones, but I figured, you know what, I'll get this, and so this was on Cartoon Network. So, I don't know, we'll see how it is. I also picked this one up. This is the Wild Kratts Bugging Out. There's 2 episodes on this, so that's pretty cool. Also $1. This one was also $1. This is called Blind, and this has Alec Baldwin and Demi Moore and also Dylan McDermott. And I don't know, it looks like a nice, interesting little thriller. I picked this one up at a Goodwill. It was basically brand new. It pretty much looks brand new. And this is the New Adventures of Old Christine. And this is the complete 1st season, and it was only $2. So I decided to pick it up. It looks like the other seasons are quite a bit more expensive, so that kind of sucks, but I look forward to watching that. This one is also from Dollar Tree. This is called Taking 5. I picked this one up because it seemed interesting. It says it's High School Musical with a twist, and it definitely seemed like something from the mid-2000s that would kind of be interesting, so I picked that one up. And then this one is called Teen Boxer. This was from Dollar Tree as well, but I picked this one up. I was like, I wasn't going to. It looks pretty rough. You probably won't be able to tell, but it's like this all blurry and stuff. Like somebody just printed this out on their computer and didn't use very high resolution or whatever. But I mostly picked this up because it's like the shocking film that everyone is talking about. I don't know exactly what makes it shocking or whatever, but I thought I would pick it up and maybe find out. So they announced a couple months ago that they were going to be doing a reboot of All That, which is a show, is like a sketch comedy show on Nickelodeon, and I used to be a big fan of that show. It really was, I wasn't conscious, I guess, when they started that show. I was born in the middle of them starting the show, but I watched a lot of the reruns and all of that. So with the new incarnation, I had never seen this movie, so I decided to go pick this up. They had it at Walmart in the $3.74 bin. So this is good burger. I have filmed a review for this, so hopefully I'll put this out soon. I don't know, I'm pretty bad at sitting down and editing and doing thumbnails and all that, so these are easy because I don't really do a thumbnail for them. I just take a picture. But definitely be on the lookout for that one. Another thing from the Dollar Tree, I got Peter Pan Live, which I started watching this, but I fell asleep, so I didn't get to finish it. But this is like the limited edition collector's thing, I guess, and it comes with the DVD and the CD. So that's pretty cool, and I didn't catch this one when it was on TV. I do really enjoy the live musicals that they have been doing. I've seen The Sound of Music, and I've seen Rent, and I saw Grease live. So I need to see this one, and I still need to see the Rocky Horror Picture Show ones. But I've been finding a lot of these during the Dollar Tree sales, so I might just have to wait until they end up in the Dollar Tree. This one I found at a flea market store that they have where people set up booths and stuff, and this is Ed Gein, the Butcher of Plainfield. So I mostly bought this because I was under this impression that this was probably out of print and expensive. I know a lot of the early to mid 2000s movies that are based on real life serial killers are kind of can be out of print and worth some money. So I definitely picked this one up. It goes for like $10 on Amazon, so it's not worth too much, but I thought it was kind of cool. Kane Hodder plays Ed Gein, which is actually kind of funny. I was like, did he ever play Leatherface? Because Ed Gein is one of the inspirations for Leatherface, and it turns out that he played he played Leatherface in Leatherface 3, or Leatherface Texas Chainsaw Massacre 3, so I thought that was kind of cool. I also picked this one up from the same place, and I wasn't going to get this, but I thought that this was super cool looking. So this is called Sliders, and it's like super reflective, so I'm sorry about that. But it's called Sliders, and it's the complete or dual dimension edition, the first and second seasons. And then it's got this clear thing, and the discs are right there. So I just thought that the packaging was really cool, and it seemed like an interesting TV show. I looked it up I looked up like the synopsis and stuff while I was there, and it's got some interesting people in it, so I figured I would pick it up and give it a shot. It was only $5, so I was like, yeah, you know what, I'll do that. And then this one I've been looking for forever. And this one is out of print, and it's really hard to find. I happened to just find it on eBay, and then I bought it. It took forever for these sellers to actually send it to me, and they actually canceled, well, they didn't cancel, but they deleted the listing, so I couldn't really get any information on it, and it was just super weird. And then all of a sudden it started moving. It was like the next day they had sent a tracking number and stuff, and then it took almost 2 weeks for it to start moving, and I thought I wasn't gonna get it, but I'm so glad that I did. So this is Albino Farm. So I remember going and renting this at the Family Video, and I've been looking for this forever, and you want to know why? It's because this thing takes place in Missouri, which is where I'm from, and the Albino Farm is a actual urban legend from around the area that I go to school at. So I thought that this was really cool. This was made in 2009. They actually started filming around the town that I go to school in, so I thought that was really cool. And it's got Tammin Sursik in it, and she is pretty well known from being in Pretty Little Liars. And then there's also got Chris Jericho, who is a wrestler. So I thought that was pretty cool, and I'm pretty glad to have been able to finally find it. Alright, so we have another one that I picked up in March that I didn't show. So this is the Studio Ghibli film Spirited Away, and I bought this for movie night for one of my friends. My movie nights, or I have a group that we do movie nights pretty much once a week, and it was this one of the girls in my group's birthday. So I gave her the choice. I said, since it's your birthday, I will let you pick whatever movie you want to watch. And I was like, even if I don't have it, I will try my best to get it. And so she decided on Spirited Away. And boy, am I glad she decided on this, because I bought this and I had always heard about Spirited Away but had never watched it, and I finally we watched it together as a group, and this was so good. And I can't believe that I did not ever had never decided to watch this, because I couldn't believe how good it was. And actually, funny thing is, they have like these onigiri, I think that's how you say it, but they're basically rice triangles, and ever since I've watched this movie, I've been making them all the time, and they're so good. Alright, so then we have a couple from the Dollar Tree sale. So this is a Sex Tape with Cameron Diaz and Jason Segel in it, and I have not seen this, but I haven't heard many great things about it. But for $1, I decided I would definitely pick it up. This is also $1, and this was Paradise. This has Julianne Hough and Russell Brand, Octavia Spencer, Nick Offerman, Holly Hunter in it. And this was written by Diablo Cody, written and directed by Diablo Cody, who did Jennifer's Body and Juno, and those were both really great movies, so I figured I'd pick this one up and give it a shot. This was also $1. This is the Marine 3 Homefront. I thought I had like the first two Marines, because I think the first one has John Cena in it, and then the second one might have Randy Orton, maybe. I don't know. This is like a wrestling film franchise, so I thought I had them. I don't, so I ended up getting this one. But for $1, I was like, you know what? It's okay. Then I also picked this one up, and this one I mostly picked up because it had a slipcover, and I know I want the first movie. I don't have the first or second movie, but this is Jarhead 3, and it did come with a slipcover for $1, so I was like, you know what, I will pick that up. But Jarhead, the first one, has Jake Gyllenhaal in it, and I have wanted to see it for a while and never got around to it, so I look forward to watching this and hopefully getting the rest of them. I also picked this one up because I do have some of the Bring It On movies, but I don't have, this is like a new one that is kind of weird, and I don't have like 3 or 4 of the ones that are in the middle. They just released them on Blu-ray, and I actually just sold them, so I haven't been able to rebuy them yet. But this is Bring It On Worldwide Cheer Smack, and this was $1 as well. I almost had bought this at Big Lots for $3, but then I had held off, and it turns out that it was at the Dollar Tree sale for $1. This one was also at the Dollar Tree sale for $1, and a lot of people seem to really like this movie. This is Blue Jasmine, and this is by Woody Allen. So I look forward to watching this and seeing if what the hype is about. It's got quite a big name cast. Alec Baldwin, Cate Blanchett, Louis C.K., and then it's also got Sally Hawkins and Peter Skarsgård in it, so we'll see how that is. Also, this was at the Dollar Tree sale, I think. Maybe it wasn't, I don't know. I either got this at Dollar Tree or Big Lots. But this is Bad Words. I think this was from Dollar Tree. But Bad Words, I've heard lots of really good things about this movie, so I definitely need to watch this. I also picked this one up, mostly because it seemed pretty weird. I had watched a bunch of videos of people finding things at Dollar Tree, and every one of them commented about this. So this is called $5 a day. And the thing that made it weird is that they're driving this PT Cruiser, and you're probably not going to be able to make it out, but it is covered in like Sweet and Low branding. So Sweet and Low is like the sugar, the alternative to sugar, and I just thought that was kind of weird. And also Amanda Peet is in this movie, and I'm a big fan of Amanda Peet. We also have this one for $1, and this is called The Infiltrator. And this is a true story based off of Bob Moss, off of a drug lord. So that's pretty cool, and it's got Bryan Cranston and Diane Kruger in it, so I figured I would pick it up. It looked pretty interesting. This is actually a upgrade to my collection. This was also $1, and this is 16 Wishes. So this is Debbie Ryan. It's kind of, so I looked it up, and it was made for the Disney Channel, but it's not technically considered a Disney Channel original movie. So I thought that was kind of strange, but it's a decent movie for sure. I also picked this one up from Big Lots, and this is also a upgrade to my collection, or at least a couple of them are. And this is the Fast and Furious 7 movie collection on Blu-ray, and so this has The Fast and the Furious, Too Fast, Too Furious, The Fast and the Furious Tokyo Drift, Fast and Furious, Fast 5, Fast and Furious 6, and Furious 7 in it. And this was only $10. And I was like, yeah, I should probably pick this up, because I had a couple of these movies, and I've sold them, and I had just never gotten around to picking them up again. This is also an upgrade to my collection. I had to import this because they don't have it on Blu-ray in the United States, but this is Clive Barker's Dredd. So I was able to get the one that has the slipcover on it, but this is the movie. This is a pretty effed up movie. And, you know, I would say this one's probably more shocking than Martyrs. I did a review of that, so if you're interested in that, I'll put a little iCard up to it, but I thought this might have been a little bit more disturbing than Martyrs. I also picked this one up. I had sold this actually last year at a yard sale, and it was out of print. I had went to look for the movie, because how I decide to sell things are I go on to Blu-ray.com, and I'm like, oh, I will look and see if this has a Blu-ray, and if it does, I will then sell that movie, and then once I have sold it, then I'll go and try to rebuy it. So when I had sold this, I didn't realize that it was out of print, but they just recently brought it back into print, and so this is Mean Girls. And so I'm glad to finally have this. This is a pretty great movie. One of the classic early 2000s movies, and very quotable. We also have this one I got for $1 called Return to Sender, and this got Rosamund Pike in it, and also Nick Nolte, which I've kind of been on a Nick Nolte kick because of the Graves. I've got a review for that coming out. I don't know when. This is an upgrade to my collection. I ended up getting this for $1 as well, and this is The Resident, and this got Hilary Swank in it, Jeffrey Dean Morgan, and Christopher Lee, so I look forward to this. I actually did buy one of the movies from the Vinegar Syndrome's Halfway to Black Friday sale. I bought one of the movies, and then I bought 10 of the slipcover protectors. So I bought Party Line. None of the movies that they had released were of any interest to me, otherwise I would have bought those. But I ended up picking Party Line up because I had heard about it on the Shockwaves podcast, and this was the only one that I had wanted that still had a slipcover on it, so I decided I was going to buy this one first so the slipcover didn't sell out before I got around to buying it. The other ones I wanted didn't have slipcovers, and I didn't want to spend a whole ton of money, but I got like 10 of these slipcover protectors, so that's pretty cool, and I've pretty much put them on all my Vinegar Syndrome titles that I have slipcovers for, which are pretty much all of them except Graduation Day. And then I also put them on a bunch of my Scream Factory titles that the slipcovers were in the best condition, because I know that those slipcovers go for quite a bit of money if I ever decide to sell them. Then I also picked this one up, and this is a burn-on-demand disc, and this was so expensive. This was actually from March as well, but I've been wanting to watch this show for a long time, and it's never been anywhere. And so when I found out that it was on a burn-on-demand disc, I was like, I need to buy this. So I saved up some money and I picked it up. It was like $45. So this is Melrose Place, the complete series, and this is actually the remake to Melrose Place. And so, well, I guess reboot, because they've got some of the same characters in it, playing themselves from the original show. But I'd wanted to see this for a while, so I coughed up the money to get it. I know that 90210, the reboot to that series, also has burn-on-demand discs, but I need to get them, but hopefully I will before they get too expensive. So I'm glad I picked this one up. This is also an upgrade to my collection. This is Beneath the Darkness, and this is, from what I remember, I really liked it. It's got Dennis Quaid in it, and basically what I remember was that he's like a funeral director, and his wife died, and these kids break into his house, and his wife's body is still in the house, I believe, so that was pretty cool. I picked this one up for $1. This is the complete first season of the Almighty Johnsons, and this is pretty cool. It aired on Sci-Fi, and this is about these people that find out that they're descendants, well, that they're not descendants, that they are the Norse gods, so like Thor and Odin and all that stuff. So that's pretty cool, and I'm glad to have been able to find that for $1. Now I just need the other 2 seasons. These I was actually pretty stoked to find as well. A little disappointed that they didn't come with slipcovers, but that's alright. For the price that I paid, I'm pretty glad to have found them. So this is the collector's edition that includes the Blu-ray 3D of Avengers Age of Ultron, and I have not seen this one. There's a bunch in the middle that I haven't seen. I've seen a lot in the beginning, and I've seen like the more recent ones, but I haven't seen this one. But this is, I picked this up for $4. It didn't have the digital HD, which is fine as well, but for $4, great deal. And then I also picked up Thor Ragnarok for $4 as well. Also didn't have the slipcover or the digital HD, which is fine, but I was very glad to have been able to find those. And then last but not least is the Scream Factory release of the Green Inferno. This was the first and only Scream Factory title that I've ever actually pre-ordered from the Scream Factory website, and I'll put another iCard up there to my video of that. I did the unboxing, and I was able to get the one of 250 signed copies of the slipcover by Eli Roth, so I was really happy to get that. That is it for this DVD and Blu-ray update video for June 2019. I hope you guys enjoyed. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you're not already subscribed and you'd like to be, please hit that subscribe button down below. And if you like this video, please give it a like. If you've seen any movies in here or TV shows or whatever, or anything in general that you would like to see me review or do a video on, please let me know. I am always looking for new things to watch and always looking for motivation to be able to watch the stuff that I already have. So if you guys want to see any of those, please let me know. And thank you guys so much for watching, and look forward to July 2019 and see what I get from that. Alright, thank you guys. Bye.